So this video is going to be about something that happened to me a week ago, last Friday, and it was really scary. Before I start, I just want to tell you guys, like, I don't know if you've noticed that lately I've been filming in my restroom, and that is because it's night already, and usually when I film in my room, I put the camera on the window, so like the lighting is a lot better. And here, like, well, if I film in my room, it's gonna be like a lot more yellow than it is here, so I'm just doing this for the good lighting. Somewhat it's yellow, but not as yellow as it would be in my room. So yeah, what happened to me last Friday, I went to my best friend's birthday party. I was having fun, getting to know people and stuff. I made some friends, so that's good. And, long story short, I was at a party till 8 something in the morning, okay, this is what happened. I gave this guy, which is my best friend's friend, $10 for gas, so he could take me to the party and take me back. And then by 8 in the morning or so, he had to go. And, I still wanted to party, so I was like, well, I still want to stay a little bit longer and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just tell my friend to give you a ride. He's my bro. So I was like, oh, okay. So he did, and then he introduced me to him. And he was like, well, this is my bro, blah, blah, blah. He introduced me and stuff. And I was like, well, are you going to be good to drive? And he was like, yeah, don't worry about it, So I was like, oh, okay. So, the guy that I gave the $10 to left because he had to. And then I stayed in the party with my friends for a bit longer till like 8:30 or so in the morning. By the way, okay, I sneaked out to go to that party. That party is kind of important because of what happened towards the end. Okay, so it was already 8 something in the morning. And then we all had to leave the party because my friend's dad was already gonna get there, blah, blah, blah. So we had to go. I get on the truck, I'm talking to this guy. I think he's pretty chill, all cool, And he's like, well, we should hang out sometime, blah, blah, blah. He's all being friendly and cool. So I just go with the flow. And then when we're halfway already, he's like, so are you going to give me head or what? And I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah, well, I'm nice enough to give you the ride, so why shouldn't you? And I'm all like, okay, well, first of all, if you would have told me that at the party, I would have never, ever accepted your ride. I wouldn't have even gotten in the truck. He was like, well, no, I'm already, like, you're already here, and I'm being nice enough to take you home. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm not gonna fucking give you head just because you're giving me a ride. And he was like, whoa, you're really pretty. He would call me Red because of my red hair. He was like, well, I think you're really pretty, and I just wanted to make you mine. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not smooth with the girls. I don't know how to talk to the ladies. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what the fuck did I just get myself into, like, what the fuck? He's like, I want to make you mine. I want you to be my girl. And I'm all like, oh, so just because I give you head, I'm automatically your girl or what? And he was like, no, but I just wanted you to make you my girl, and I don't know what. And I'm just like, holy shit, like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? So I just did quiet, and he just kept going, and then we get close to my neighborhood. I'm all like, you're gonna turn to your right, and he misses the fucking entrance on purpose. So I'm like, okay, well, you can turn here, and he misses it again on purpose, and he keeps going straight. And that's when I panic. I'm like, where the fuck are you going? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, well, I'm not gonna take you back until you give me head. And that's when I freak out. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, at this point, I'm scared, but I don't want to show it. Like, I don't want him to know that I'm scared. I'm just like trying to make like myself pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? I already told you I'm not gonna give you head. You know, if you would have told me that at the party, I would have never gotten in the truck to begin with. Like, I don't know why the fuck you're telling me this. You know, I'm like, just drop me off home. Let's forget about this, and you know, like, let's just not, you know. And he's like, nah, well, I'm nice enough to give you the ride, and I don't know what. And I'm all like, dude, at first I was like, dude, straight up, I thought you were cool at first, but now you're pissing me off because I already fucking told you I'm not gonna give you head, and you keep telling me. And he's like, well, I already told you. He's like, you either give me head or you walk it. And I'm all like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking walk it, so stop the truck. So the red light goes on, and I get out of the truck, and this is like super scary. It was humiliating because I got out of the truck, and there was cars behind us, and everybody just kept staring at me, and I just started walking, you know. I started walking, and I couldn't. Okay, when I was in the truck, I almost forgot this part. When I was in the truck, and I was already panicking. I already had my phone on like 911, but I was panicking because it wasn't disconnected. It had just gotten disconnected that morning, exactly that fucking morning, like perfect timing. It had gotten disconnected. So I was panicking because I couldn't call my friends, I couldn't call my mom or anything. So I was like, if this guy decides to just kill me right here, right now, no one's gonna know until they find my body or something, you know? So that's when I was panicking, and I don't know, like, someone just got here. Okay, so I was panicking. Okay, so I was walking back to when I was walking. He left, and I just kept walking, and a lot of shit was going through my head, like, whoa, I could have just gotten raped or killed, you know. And then like 5 minutes pass by, and he comes back and he tells me, get back in the truck, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And I'm just like, at this point it was already like about to be 9, and like I told you guys, I had sneaked out already. I had sneaked out to go to that party, and if I would have walked it home, it would have taken me about an hour or even more to get home. So if I get caught, I'm in a lot of trouble. And as you guys know, I had already gotten in a lot of trouble last month for something that happened that I had also sneaked out. So I cannot afford to get caught again. So I got in the truck. I know that's really, really bad. Don't do this. Don't fucking do it, because you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, I get in the truck. He's apologizing, and he's telling me, I'm sorry, I'm not smooth with the girls, with the ladies. I don't know how to talk to the ladies. I'm not smooth. And I'm more like, I'm just trying to like go with the flow and not get him mad or anything at this point. I'm just like, it's cool, you know, just don't fucking do that again. Just take me home and let's forget about this, you know? So he's just apologizing all the way through, and we finally get in my neighborhood, and he missed by a little bit. He kept going straight towards my street, and I was like, you missed it. He's like, well, where is it? And I'm all like, you know what, just leave me here. So he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. So I get out, and he stays there in the truck, and I'm just walking, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like, leave, you know, I don't want you to see where I fucking live. So, well, I was thinking that to myself. I didn't fucking tell him, you know. So I just keep going straight, and I see he's not leaving, and then he finally leaves, supposedly, but he just does a turn, and I'm still not in my house. So I just keep going straight, and I see he's not moving again, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in my house. I don't want him to fucking, like, do something to me, you know, if he knows where I live, too fucking bad. So I go in my drive-thru, and then he comes again towards my house, and he's like, come here, I'm sorry. And once again, I go back because I don't want to get him pissed. At this point, like, I know I'm, like, already in my house.
There's already some people outside, I'm guessing, going to work. The sun's already out, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go up to the truck, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry about what happened. I just don't know how to talk to the ladies. I'm not smooth. I just don't know, and I'm not even from here, and blah, blah, blah. You know, he just keeps apologizing and apologizing and stuff. And I'm just like, whatever, you know, it's cool. Don't do that ever again. You know, I'm just trying to, like, go with the flow and stuff. So yeah, he's like, well, can I get a hug? And I'm just like, okay, like, quick hug, blah, blah, blah. Boom, like, he left, and yeah, that happened. That was scary as fuck, to be honest. I got home, I was traumatized. I messaged my friend, my best friend from the party, and his cousin. You know, I told them what happened, and I was freaking the fuck out. Like, I couldn't believe that shit happened, to be honest. And it was really, really scary. It's just lesson learned. I know you guys probably hear this all the time, but don't take rides from strangers. Stranger danger, you know. Me, they've always told me that, and I never listened because nothing that bad has ever happened to me. Never ever in my life has something that bad happened to me. Like, I've had some bad situations, but it was never like in a car, like in a moving vehicle, where they were like, well, if you don't give me head, I'm not taking you back, you know. Like, I was at some point, like, I was thinking I'm going to fucking have to jump out of this truck or something, you know. Like, a lot of shit was going through my head, and yeah, so that's what happened to me last Friday. Lesson learned, for sure, lesson learned. Don't take rides from strangers. I know what I'm fucking telling you. It was a really scary experience. I told my friend that if I don't want to see that guy ever again at, like, any of his parties or hangouts or anything, I just don't want to see him ever again. And I hope not. I hope I don't, like, ever. Luckily, he's not from here, but he did mention that his parents live close by, so that's kind of scary, you know. Hopefully he doesn't fucking come back. Also, when I had just gotten in the truck, he had shown me his, he was like, oh fuck, my friend forgot this, and it was that thing that carries the bullets in a fucking gun. I forget what the fuck that shit's called, but he showed it to me, and I was like, oh cool. Like, that was at first, you know, because I didn't know all that shit was gonna happen. So now that I think about it, it's like really scary stuff. Like, what if this nigga just happened to have his fucking gun in there, and, you know, like, boom, bitch, like, she didn't want to give me head, so I killed the hoe, you know? Hopefully I don't get killed for making this video, but I just had to tell you guys because I definitely learned my lesson, and I'm just trying to give you guys advice. If you tend to get a lot of rides from strangers, you know, because you don't have a car or whatever reason, just don't get a ride, please. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.